Hello, beautiful friends, what's up? And welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share with you 3 simple, easy, and cheap one-pot meals. In today's video, I'm also going to share with you the prices of each meal, and everything is below 75 cents per serving or per meal, depending if you're cooking for multiples. I like to call it a meal because that's what it is to me. I'm also throwing in some green curry paste. I will not be including the cost of any of the seasonings that I'm using. This is technically still a one-pot meal. I'm just doing it a different way by cooking my rice in the oven. I thought I'd show a different technique. Plus, I'm cooking 3 one-pot meals today. And not only is it nice to have different techniques, it's also really nice to be able to cook everything at once for me. I cooked all 3 of these meals in the morning, and then we were set for the remainder of the week. A huge thank you to Buydeem for sponsoring today's video. Their Buydeem mini kettle cooker is so amazing. I can't wait to share it with you all today. Like I said, I'm using a different method for cooking my rice today. I'm using the oven method. I'm using 1/2 cup of white rice to 1 cup of boiling water. I'm using the Buydeem mini kettle cooker, which I am so greatly impressed with. I just used it really quickly to make myself some tea and to boil some water, but it comes with an entire recipe guide. It has 3 temperature modes, 3 cooking times. It has automatic insulation, and it keeps your food warm up to 8 hours. If you are looking to take it on the go, to travel, it's a perfect use for one person. You can make teas, you can cook soup, and you can cook food inside of this kettle. It is so incredibly quiet. My sister has one that is from a different brand that's super loud, like a tea kettle. If you know me, you know I'm obsessed with tea, and I cannot wait to venture into using this for traveling. I can take it with me to work. It's so stylish. It would be cute for camping. If you have little ones and you need to make formula, it's the perfect thing to take and go. And you can also buy the little insulation carrier so you can keep everything super safe and convenient with you on the go. It's designed to meet the need of a traveling person or someone who wants to go and take their warm food to the office. It is perfect for one person who's eating and drinking. It's multifunctional. It's so adorable. It aims to enhance your life. It's a perfect kitchen appliance. And if you know by now, I have multiple items from Buydeem. The quality is amazing. I have a Dutch oven, which is here in today's video. I also have their toaster. I'm obsessed with how cute their items are. They're perfect for my lifestyle. And this little mini kettle cooker is in the perfect place in my kitchen. Like you can see, it has 3 temperature settings. I just used it to boil some water and have some tea today, but it is awesome. Make sure you check out the link down below. Thank you to Buydeem for sponsoring today's video. They, of course, sent along an amazing discount code for you all, so check the link in the description box. Not only did the Buydeem mini kettle cooker make my life so convenient today, like I said, I'm making all these meals in about an hour, so it saved me a lot of time with just boiling up some water and making this perfect rice. A lot of you have shared with me you really like the stovetop rice recipe that I share, but this is another simple method. Some of you just can't get it right, and that's okay. There's lots of different rice methods to make. So you could definitely make this in a one pot as well, bring the water to a boil, but this is so much faster, especially when you have a lot going on. Maybe you're making a meal and you don't want to watch the rice so it doesn't burn on the stovetop. This is basically foolproof. So what I'm doing while the rice is cooking, because it takes about 30 minutes in the oven, I'll leave a recipe typed out in the description box below, is I'm shredding up some zucchini, rinsing my can of chickpeas and my can of carrots. Now, one thing I like to share when I'm doing these types of meals is I think of the price per meal or the price per serving. And when I go to the store, that is how I shop. So I'm using a lot of the same ingredients in all of my meals throughout the week because it does cut down on grocery prices. It's a great way to be budget forward, budget minded. Look how beautiful this rice is. All you have to do is mix it up really quickly because the curry is what I used in replacement of an oil or a butter in this recipe. You could definitely use that if you cook with oil or butter. I don't cook with either of those. I try to have different replacements just because it's my personal taste preference. So I went ahead and mixed this all up. It smelled so good when I took the foil off. And you can always reuse the foil a few times or you can recycle it, totally up to you. I tend to keep certain pieces in my kitchen that I know I'm using for coverings. So I went ahead and added the mixture in, stirred it up, and then went ahead and put the foil back on it. My oven is already off at this point, but I went ahead and let it kind of steam in the oven for about 30 extra minutes. And then this container is new. I just purchased it. I'll share it with you in a future video. I actually snagged it at Target on clearance. It's amazing. It has a lid. So once it was done in the oven, like I said, I just kind of let the veggies steam for a little bit. This will be reheated later on in the week. I popped a lid on it, put it in my refrigerator, and I have a great meal ready to go for lunch or dinner this week that's made ahead. You can also make this right away at night if you want to. It's a quick 30-minute meal. You could make it in a pot so you don't have to steam the veggies, but I think the texture of the zucchini tastes so good that way when it's shredded. This was probably my favorite meal of the entire week because of this sauce. I went ahead and added a can of crushed tomatoes, some balsamic vinegar, a little bit of salt, Italian seasoning. I also added some extra basil, some crushed red pepper for a little bit of kick, and some garlic powder. Brought that to a boil and then added my pasta and then some chopped olives. This sauce is so good. Don't waste your money buying canned sauce when this is so much cheaper and so much just better overall. You could also let this simmer without the pasta and the olives in it and go ahead and can this if you want to. I like to make it ahead and put it in my refrigerator or in my freezer for future meals. It's so easy to throw together. Add a little bit of water just to add some more cooking liquid for the pasta, but this meal is ready in 25 minutes. It's delicious. The price you're gonna see at the end is for regular pasta. If you're gluten-free like me, you know that gluten-free pasta costs about 5 times as much as regular pasta, but the price at the end is for regular pasta because most people that watch my channel are not gluten-free, but of course, if you're gluten-free, the cost is a little bit different. And of course, if you don't like olives, you could add something else to it, but that brininess always is my favorite with a red sauce. I'm working on a white sauce recipe and I'm going to do a lot of fall one-pot meals because they're my favorite, because they taste really, really good when I make them ahead. Same with sheet pan meals. I'm working on a sheet pan meal recipe video. If you don't subscribe to my monthly subscription of recipes, you definitely should. It's just 99 cents a month. And then the month of August, you're going to get 10 sheet pan recipes. And I'm so excited for those of you that have already gotten them. They're so delicious, but you can find the link down below for that. If you have any questions, just let me know. For this last recipe, I wanted to do a different spin on chili. My husband and I love chili with corn jacks, and I thought this would be a really fun, kind of spice it up a little bit. It's good hot, it's good cold. I know I say that all the time, but a lot of foods that would be traditionally eaten warm, I also like them cold. So in the summertime, you know, it is what it is. So you're gonna chop up a large onion, get some tomato sauce, a can of refried beans, can of black beans, and the secret ingredient. Okay, actually there's 2 secret ingredients. A can, or you can even chop up some carrots, but I was trying to do things as quickly as possible, so not having those carrots cook means that this meal is done in like 10 minutes. But you could definitely add a different vegetable if you want, and then cinnamon. So I added a lot of seasonings to this pot and it was so good. I feel like the carrots kind of just add a little bit of sweetness, but definitely you could add anything that you like. The refried beans definitely add a nice thickness, and then I served this over some corn jacks. Oh my gosh, this was such an easy meal to throw together. You could throw this together during a busy weeknight, or like you could do what I did and make it ahead and have the pot ready to go in the refrigerator so you could warm it up by the serving. So delicious. I hope you give this one a try as well. Stay tuned for the end of the video because I'm going to share with you the cost of each meal in a complete breakdown. I know y'all love when I do that. Every time I do, I get so many wonderful comments. Let me know. How's your summer going? What are you up to? I feel like this has been such a crazy busy summer for us. I just feel like about the end of June through the beginning of August is just crazy busy because of our birthdays, and you know, we have 4th of July and we have our anniversary. I shared with this a few weeks ago. It just feels like it's such a busy time. I love summer. So many people love the heat or don't love the heat. Let me know, do you like the heat? It's actually been really, really humid here the last week. We've had so many rain showers every night around 8 p.m. It's thunderstorming, which is so weird for us. I feel like everywhere, the Midwest, the heartlands, is getting hit with flash floods. We've had a lot of floods. We actually were staying at a casino resort at the beginning of this week, and then the day after we checked out, they actually had a huge flood in their sports book. It was crazy. If you want to look it up, you can. It's Circa Casino. And they actually shared a reel over on Instagram with like the flood. It was crazy. It was like literally coming through the TV on the wall, just tons of gushing water. I'm really glad that, you know, we're safe here. I'm thinking of you. If you have been hit by a flood, I will keep you in my prayers. I've seen a lot of stuff over on Instagram and Facebook. It makes me really sad. It feels like a lot of times, you know, the natural phenomenons are just a lot to take in, but I'd love to know how your summer is going. So anyways, we're moving on to the corn jacks here. Such an easy recipe. If you don't like the snap of apple cider vinegar, you can leave it out, but I just think it has such a great taste. If you can't tell, I love briny vinegar foods. It's just my favorite thing ever, but you could definitely leave it out. And then I noticed I was using vanilla almond milk. I mean, added a little touch of sweetness, no big deal. I grabbed the wrong one out of the fridge. It happens. It probably happens to you guys. It happens to me too. And these corn jacks I made a little bit drier than my normal ones. Typically I would add about 1.5 cups of milk, but I decided to make them a little bit drier just because we had this really thick, creamy chili to go with them, and it turned out just great. I absolutely love this meal. All 3 of these meals were phenomenal. Which one are you going to make first? I'd love to know. As promised, let's share prices per serving. The Mediterranean rice, meal 1, was 67 cents per serving. Again, this is based on a serving for me. Your serving might be smaller or larger, but it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. I don't share grocery prices so that way you can tell me, oh my gosh, yours are so much more expensive or so much cheaper. I have zero control over prices. What I try to do is inspire you if you are looking to cut back on your own personal grocery budget, to give you ideas that work for us. In case you are new here, my husband and I went on a debt-free journey. That's how I started really getting a hold of our grocery budget, and I just continue to do so. I find that it's fun for me to eat inexpensive meals, be creative in my kitchen, and share them with you all. So meal number 2 was about 66 cents per serving, the best one-pot pasta, so good. Olives do fluctuate in prices here. I feel like they're really high right now. I don't think olives are seasonal, but that's neither here or there, I guess. And meal number 3, that wonderful chili, was about 57 cents per serving without the corn jacks. If you're gonna add the corn jacks in, that is super inexpensive. They cost about 25 cents per serving. I did not type that up for you, but this gives you some prices. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I will leave a typed recipe for each of the meals I shared with you today down in the description box so you can follow. Of course, you can swap out for any ingredients that you might like better or that you have on hand in your pantry. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Give it a huge thumbs up, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.